Hi everybody, welcome to our channel or welcome back to our channel.
If you're new.
I hope you're having a good week.
And if you're not, why?
You should be. You must insist to whoever's making it bad that they act better.
Well, we're going to find you.
And tell it.
That's funny.
You gotta stand up for yourself.
Yep. Or we'll
Oh.
Sorry find about the moving around. I had to mute my phone because I heard it go off.
Yeah. Well, we're doing something fun today.
Yep.
Tell them, Chris.
I paid like, what do you say, 75 to 80% of it?
75%, yeah.
I'm paying 75% of a bill for Grandma's birthday dinner.
Hi for Chris Laird.
And Ben, tell them what the birthday dinner is, Ben.
Pizza.
From where? As you heard from him, we're going to Payne's Pizza for birthday dinner.
4257 1330 Hanover Road. No.
And we got 4 pizzas in the whole order, didn't we, Mom?
Yeah, we did.
I thought you were going to get a sub for sure.
No, I didn't need one. Thank you.
But still, it's a pretty big deal at this house. Grandma hardly ever gets Payne's, and she loves Payne's.
Yeah, John buys her one every now and then.
Yep.
But she does like Payne's a lot. It's her favorite, I think.
It is.
So it's not her birthday today, but we decided to go ahead and do it today, didn't we?
Yep.
What do you think, Ben?
Cranberry.
No, please talk normal. You're going to hurt my head.
I'm not trying to. I'm just being ornery.
Ugly.
I was supposed to go get my nails done. Bonnie was going to get my nails done for me, but I couldn't go because I just feel terrible.
Yep.
Ooh. I hope I'm better tomorrow.
I hope so too.
I thought for sure I'd be better today, though, and that didn't happen.
Yep.
But anyway. What's been going on?
Well, I stayed home today because I was not doing too well last night and this morning. I got better enough to come out at like 2:30. But I was out of it, wasn't I, Mom?
I don't know. I was too out of it to notice.
Yeah, I was out of it all day. I got up, took my morning pills, had lunch, and then got ready for the rest of the day at like after hanging out or doing the dishes and stuff. Took me a good time till Mom got up super recently, so yeah, I lost the whole morning today.
I'll tell you what, as late as I slept, I could go back to bed right now. I do not feel good.
Yeah.
Anyway, Wolfie, it's been a good boy considering his peoples are sick.
Yeah.
Oh, he hates it.
He really hates it when we're sick.
He hates it. Breaks his little furry heart.
Yeah.
Was
He
so
knew
excited.
something was up with me because the whole morning I noticed him at my door
Yeah.
looking in.
He got so excited when I got up and came into the living room. He went over and grabbed a toy out of his toy box and shook the living shit right out of it. He
Yeah.
shook it. I thought he was going to knock himself over.
Bless his heart.
He'll be glad to see Pizza walking in the door.
He will. I finished that chocolate milk you did not like, Mom. I liked it.
I forget, Promised Land? Is that what it was called?
It was midnight chocolate, but I think Promised Land, yeah.
I just didn't care for it. Got a jug of it to try. Nah, not a fan.
I'm a fan of it. It reminds me of them double chocolates where they use both semi-sweet and milk chocolate to double the chocolate.
It's so expensive, too.
I would buy again if I had a choice. How much was it anyway?
$7. for that little bitty bottle.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're chocolate milk drinkers at our house.
We are.
Got some Yoo-Hoo last time we went to the store, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
You guys been drinking it yet?
Not yet.
Probably need to put some in the fridge.
I'm probably going to put my 12-pack in once I'm done with the last drink in the fridge currently, which is a Mr. Pibb. I'll probably, if Grandma wants some, give her the other 12-pack.
Of what?
Yoo-Hoo.
Oh, yeah, she'll probably want some. It's hard to tell though.
Yep. But Yoo-Hoo's some good stuff too. And there was something else I wanted to say, but I lost it just like that.
Mars
Must have been
is
a lie.
definitely not a place to raise your kid.
There were, you know, we're a college town, right?
Right?
And we're driving past buildings that used to belong to the college right now. And one of these big old houses, and I'm not sure which one, was a sorority house. Well, now in this town, they can't sleep at their sorority house. They have laws that prevent it. Don't ask. It's actually an anti-Catholic thing. And you can't sleep at a sorority house. So one year, a group of girls was going home to their apartment where they lived from their sorority house and accidentally got hit by a car and killed one of them. And so the next day they were having their sorority picture taken, their portrait for the yearbook. And they left a blank spot where she should have been, you know, out of respect for her. And then when the picture came back, they hung it up in the sorority house. Well, the next year, and the next year, and the next year, they did the same thing. They left a empty place in the portrait for this poor girl who didn't live.
Yep.
And then one year, they forgot to do it.
Uh-oh.
Maybe they just decided that they didn't want to mess with it anymore, whatever. And that picture would never stay on the wall. No matter what they did, they couldn't make it stay on the wall. It fell off and fell off. So eventually they had the portrait retaken with the empty spot in it, and it stayed up just fine. And that's your ghost story for today.
Yep.
The ghost is like, don't stand in my spot.
There are not a hell of a lot of Ohio Wesleyan ghost stories, and that is one of the rarer ones. There are like about the observatory and stuff, but yeah. Why don't you give Ben that money and he can run in and get the pizzas?
Okay, here you go, bud.
Under lid, dear.
Under lid?
Or something.
Laird.
It sounded like she said under lid.
Under a lid.
There's this haunted college, I forget where it was, but we didn't watch it because it's too spoopy. We only watched the Ohio ones on the top 10 list. Where it was a Catholic college, and there's a whole floor no one's allowed to go in that college. And the reason being is, as the legend goes, it was either students trying to summon a demon or a vengeful priest getting back at a church by summoning a demon. They don't remember what exactly happened, so those are the two most popular theories: is students summon a demon, or
Somebody playing around with something they shouldn't have been playing with.
yeah, or a priest doing it at the school. And they did let camera crews take pictures of the room for the video, and where all the other college spots were Catholically white and stuff. And these are black and white photos from the aftermath, by the way. So they aren't super recent photos, but in the black and white photos for the forbidden floor, it looked all demonic and red overtook the original colors of everything. Like, there were wooden brown shelves that looked like red was overtaking the brown. The white walls were turning red. It just looked unpleasant for the forbidden floor, and they showed it on this video, and you know those black and white photos, you could see the red plain as day.
I can't remember what college this is at, but the upstairs attic space in a dormitory is off limits because they have a big musical program at this college, and there were a couple pianos up there, and people used to go up there to practice their piano, you know?
Yep.
And they would see a figure of a girl dancing ballet who wasn't there, of course. And the figure always kept their face turned to the person playing, away from the person playing the piano, but then something bad would happen to them later. So they don't know if she was warning them that something bad was going to happen, or something bad happened because they saw her. But they keep the whole floor off limits now.
Yep.
I don't even remember what college that is. I think it's somewhere like in New Hampshire.
Yep. So yeah, this Catholic college has a forbidden floor dormitories that you cannot visit anymore.
Oh, what about the Ridges?
What's that?
Oh my goodness.
I don't think that was on the list.
Oh, that is like the scariest place in Ohio. Ohio University and the Ridges in Athens, Ohio.
Oh, that was on there. They didn't name it as the Ridges, but they said college in Athens, and that's all I knew.
It's funny because it's in the middle of a pentagram formed by 5 cemeteries.
They didn't mention that, but yeah.
That's not a good thing. I was watching that thing again last night where they cremate you and they put your ashes and stuff into a pod with tree seeds and everything, and you plant it.
Yep.
And a tree grows up from your ashes. And I still agree with that guy who said that's how you get haunted forests. That's a bad idea. It was a very bad idea.
Yep. So yeah, that Catholic school had the scariest story, I think. The second scariest school was, it used to be a hospital ward during a time where illness killed a lot of people, and mostly it was stuff that's curable now that these people died of. And people who stayed in the ladies' dorm, which was the ladies' ward, would often see a ghost girl in a tuberculosis treatment outfit, and she'd be pleading for help from beyond the grave.
Poor thing.
So it was her ghost saying, "Help me." And she was dressed like a tuberculosis patient. And in the boys' dormitory, they gave up cleaning the floor because an outline of a dead person would always appear on the floor with crime scene tape from the appropriate era. And every time they cleaned it up, it would reappear the next day.
They have something like that down at the Ridges. They were moving and they were closing down most of the buildings because it was a psychiatric hospital, and they were closing it. And this one woman who lived there snuck off and got herself locked in an upstairs room of a unused building, and eventually she succumbed. She took all her clothes off and just laid down on the floor and died.
Wow.
Well, by the time they found her, part of her had like soaked into the floor, and they can't get it up no matter what they do to it. And it just looks like a person laying there.
And that's not the same thing. They wouldn't say what the backstory was, but it was an employee who was murdered in the front entry area of the boys' dormitory in this college.
Mm-hmm.
And they could clean up all the blood, early day police tape stuff, which is different than what we use now. But it would reappear the next day, so they just gave up on it.
Well, they say that woman's body lines and stuff keep coming back because of her ghost, but I don't think so. I think just when she was decaying, that it stained the wood.
Yep.
So I think that's all it is. But I know for a fact that's really there because I've talked to people who went to see it. You can go on a tour of those old buildings and see that and see other stuff.
Yeah.
Now, if you want good ghost stories, Athens is where you want to go.
There's also a cemetery in Ohio with a famous statue that cries tears of blood, but I forget where it is. I want to say it's Athens, but I could be wrong.
No, it's Akron.
Akron?
hmm
Why was I thinking Athens?
Remember the year we were going to go up there for your birthday? We were going to go to Big Fun Toys, and we were going to go.
Oh, that was in Cleveland, yeah.
And we were going to go to this one pizza place. And
Yeah.
then we were going to finish up at the cemetery and see Black Aggie.
That was the angel statue, right?
That's an angel statue, yeah.
Because I remember it was an angel statue that cried tears of blood. It didn't cry tears of blood when they tried to replicate it through cameras, but yeah.
There's a ball in the cemetery in Marion that turns. On
And it's
top-
not supposed to?
It's not supposed to. Big, very, very heavy stone ball. And for years they swore that it was the ghosts of the people buried under that monument. But
Mhm.
they figured out now that what it is the sun shines on it and expands the rock on where it's hitting, and then the rest of the rock doesn't expand, and that makes it turn so that the expanded part is on the bottom.
Ah.
So it had a scientific explanation after all.
But tears of blood coming from an angel statue, that's not going to be explained.
I'm not messing with that. Nope. The last year that Ed Warren was alive, I got invited to come to their Halloween shindig, which was like dinner and a presentation and then a tour of the museum.
Yep.
And that was so exciting. I would like to have gone to that.
But
Whether
you
or
weren't
not-
able to.
No, didn't have a good enough car and couldn't afford it. It was something that it didn't matter if you believe in Ed and Lorraine Warren at that time. It was just so many really famous people. You know, psychics and stuff that you see all the time on these haunted house shows. Those people were going to be there, and it would have been really cool to get to go.
Yep.
Zach Baggins, I think is his last name. I'm probably wrong. From Ghost Adventures, I think is the show. Opened a pizza parlor here in Delaware.
Is that the one where the psychic only said get out 3 times on a certain episode?
hmm
And that was in a Delaware house with a dark agent?
No, that was, I can't think of the name of that show.
I wondered if that was the same guy who was in the house in Winter Street that said
Yeah, no.
where his
This
partner
is the
said get out.
guy that goes with his 2 buddies, and they lock him in overnight. And he's really confrontational, and he calls them bad names and
Yeah.
challenges them and yells at them. So I don't like it that he does that because it's disrespectful. And you better be more respectful than that toward the spirits, is all I have to say.
Yep.
And now he owns a big psychic, ghostly, haunted museum where you can go see famous artifacts like Peggy the doll and the Dybbuk box.
Peggy the doll.
Yeah, there's Peggy the doll, there's Robert the doll. He doesn't have Robert. There's the real Annabelle. He doesn't have her, but he has Peggy. Boy, how did this turn into a Halloween video?
I don't know. I don't even know what Peggy the doll is.
It's just a doll that gives you nightmares and bad dreams, and people swear it moves, and it's malevolent.
It's the same with Robert the doll.
Man, I tell you what, I don't mess with Robert. They're onto something with Robert. No, thank you.
Oh, so Robert the doll's worse?
I think so, yeah.
And now the Annabelle? Based
No,
off the
but-
movie Annabelle?
No, the real Annabelle doll is a Raggedy Ann doll,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in as far as I know, John Zappis's care now that the Warrens have passed away.
Okay. And what was special about this Annabelle doll?
It could move around the house and leave little notes written in crayon and scratch people really bad and tried to choke to death a boyfriend and
Holy crap.
yeah, it was very active. And so the Warrens came and said, there's a demon in there, and do you want us to take it away? And they said, yes, please. So there you go. It's very different from the movie version of Annabelle.
Yep.
So, what's our time looking like?
2044.
Well, I guess we might as well finish this up. Looks like poor Ben's stuck in there waiting on the pizzas to cook.
Yep.
It was a pretty big order. So, do you have anything you want to add?
Well, since it turned out very Halloween-y, I have a very special Halloween-themed quote.
Uh-oh.
Bonus point to guess which horror movie this is from.
We should have done this next month, and it would have been 6 months to Halloween. What?
Yep. But here it goes.
Okay.
I see dead people.
I see stupid people. What's your... Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us. I hope you'll come see us on Friday, where hopefully me and Chris will be feeling better, because I am sick of this. And I guess that's about it. Take care of yourselves and come back and see us, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.